guys, welcome back to another video. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're not new here, welcome back, and if you are new here, my name is Betty. I am a stay-at-home mom of 2, and I make videos about motherhood, weight loss, literally anything. I vlog too, so whatever that has to do with me, my family, my kids, you will definitely see on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and don't forget to comment down below if you are someone that relates to the content that I do post. I would love to hear from you. Today's video is going to be a controversial parenting. Now, I've never done one of these. I am the type of person that keeps my opinions to myself. I'm not one to debate about things with people, so I just feel like I play more so on the safe side when it comes to how I feel, my own opinions and stuff like that. Unless it's necessary for me to put it out there, then I will talk about how I feel about something, but more than likely I just keep everything to myself. First topic I have here is abortion. I am definitely pro-choice. I am pro-choice. I do believe that it's your body. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Sometimes people get put into situations where they are forced to have a child, and like, for example, rape, and you don't feel like you want to keep it. You know, it's not, I've never been a rape victim, but I would hate to, and I have a child, and the child will always remind me of the situation that I went through, you know? It's like, so that would be like an example of what I mean. I'm definitely a supporter of Planned Parenthood. I do appreciate the fact that they make things easier for young women and just women in general to get the help and the services that we need. The second topic that I have on here is vaccines. Now, I am for vaccines. I am for vaccines that deem necessary, if that makes any type of sense. Like, for instance, polio, the polio vaccine, or the vaccines basically that we get as babies, you know, up until, like, I forgot how old. I can't remember the last time I had a vaccine, to be honest, but up until how old you're not supposed to get it anymore. Or the topic that's circling around the world right now is that vaccines causes autism or ADHD or like a whole bunch of other stuff that goes on with children today. And until it's proven, I don't believe in that. Third topic that I have on here, that's definitely a controversial topic, is child leashes. Growing up, I used to feel like child leashes was abuse. I used to think that people that put their kids on leashes were treating them like animals and stuff like that. I didn't understand, and I also didn't have children. So having my oldest son wasn't too bad. He wasn't the type of person to like run away or anything like that. We always knew where he was at. He was always around us. But my second child, who is autistic, he is a runner, and he is the type to, if you don't hold his hand right then and there, he will dart. Like, he can run. We actually call him Jace Allen, like Barry Allen from The Flash, because that's how quick he is. And he's like, phew. So it's a fear that I have in myself to lose my own child, and especially Jace because he is autistic, so I would hate to lose him. So that's where it comes to ties that I tell you that I am supportive of child leashes. But the fourth thing that I have on here is the cry it out method. We tried that a few times with Hunter, and we tried it a few times with Jace. From experience, it does work. I hated when the kids would like cry to the point that they need to throw up. Like, that was just not for me. And to be honest, I was the type of mother that I can't hear the crying, one, because it's very annoying, and two, it's heartbreaking, like, you know, because as a mom, you know, your first instinct is to go and protect your child. So if you hear your child is upset, sad, crying, angry, mad, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I need to do something. I have to do something. And that's exactly how I felt when I did try the cry it out method. Did it work 100%? Like, did my kids learn how to do something because of it? Not really, but it did help for them to understand that I'm not gonna run to them every time they cry. Is circumcision. My oldest thankfully was in a hospital that allowed him to get circumcised. My youngest was not circumcised, and the funny thing is, the hospital that he was born in, it was a Jewish hospital. So I thought it was a little bit weird, or maybe it's something that I don't know about, but they did not circumcise in that hospital. So still to this day, my youngest is not circumcised. When my youngest was about like 6 months or something like that, I did look into finding someone that can actually circumcise him for me. But then I thought around that time frame, I just didn't want that. I didn't know if I wanted to go through with that, because I wasn't too sure about pain, you know, how it was gonna affect him compared to like a newborn who doesn't really know anything. So at 6 months, I mean, he doesn't know much either, but I didn't know what, as a parent, for the recovery I was going to experience. So I didn't want to go through that again. The sixth thing that I definitely want to talk about is breast milk and formula. Now, people are so like, breast milk, breast milk, breast milk. I totally understand that. I'm definitely someone that is the same way. I do feel like breast milk holds a lot of stuff that the baby does need. But let's be realistic, right? At night, it is hard to get sleep when you have a newborn. It is the hardest to get sleep when you have a newborn. And not even just a newborn, I would say up until 6 months. Like, once the child don't know the difference between night or day, so it's very hard to get sleep. And sometimes formula holds the baby a little bit longer than breast milk. And I have had 2 children, so I know from experience for myself, formula holds my child longer. But I'm definitely the mother that breastfeeds more than I give formula. Like, I used to breastfeed during the day, all throughout the day, and at night I would give the babies formula, and I would rotate like that so that I can actually get some sleep too. And then at the point where they didn't want to breastfeed anymore, then I started giving them formula and they were fine. Seventh thing that I have on here is medicating your child for an illness. I think they were more so talking about harsher medications for children that have autism or ADHD, or like you know, schizophrenia, or like other stuff that a child might have. Doctors can also provide you with medication that can help ease everything for you. I think that's what they're mostly talking about when I had looked up this topic, and I am against it. And to each its own. I've never been in other people's shoes, so I can't say that I'm gonna be very like negative towards other people that medicate their children for peace of mind. I'm more so saying in my shoes, because my son is autistic, so I know they can provide him with sleep medication, because we have trouble with him sleeping at night, and we're this close to trying melatonin. But I do know that if, you know, explaining to the doctor the extent that we are going through every night, they will provide us with medication that will knock him out. But I don't want to go through that. I don't know if much people know, but like pills and stuff like that messes with your kidneys, so I wouldn't want to do harsh medication on my son so soon. So unless it's necessary, and like I said, if you've been through it, then yeah, you know, you're gonna want to try it or whatever. But I don't feel like I want to give my son harsh medication like that. I'm not against any other mothers or fathers that have to do it, because I can only I don't know what you're going. The eighth thing that I want to talk about is hitting and spanking. I know this is a big topic that people always have their own opinion about when it comes to stuff like this, but I am okay with hitting and spanking, and here's why. First of all, I wasn't a bad child. I grew up in a Haitian household. I wasn't bad at all. I listened to my mom and stuff like that. But I believe that hitting and spanking is what kept me in control. I wasn't wild. I didn't get pregnant at a young age. I finished school. I got good grades, or semi-good grades. You know, I didn't I didn't go wild. And I feel because I had a fear of disappointing my mom, and a fear that of what I was gonna receive from her, which is why I didn't I didn't go buck wild. And I'm not saying as a parent you're supposed to, every initial thing that your kid does, you're supposed to spank them. But if you do talk to them and you do punish them in a sense where you give them time outs and none of that is working, everything you do is just not working, then yes, I believe spanking will come in, and that's when that will actually help you to discipline your child. Some parents take it too far where they spank their kids for every little thing, and they instill this fearness in their child that's way worse than the type of fearness that I went through. Like, my fear wasn't because I was scared my mom was gonna kill me. My fear was because I just didn't want to disappoint her. That I want to talk about is giving solids to your baby. This also comes into ties with breast milk versus formula. I started giving both my kids solids, like the cereals and stuff, very early. I know you're supposed to wait until 6 months, and you're supposed to do that because of allergic allergies, or like it might develop some type of something within their stomach, which I totally understand. But once again, I grew up in a Caribbean household, and they also believed that the cereal helped the baby stay full longer, and I'm not gonna lie, it is true. So I started giving Hunter and Jace cereal around like 4 months, maybe like 3 to 4 months. Then I started like actual solids at like 5 months, where like the baby food, little baby foods, I started doing that at like 5 months. I didn't, like, my mom used to tell me, like, you know, if he won't take it by the mouth, you could always put it in the milk. So I used to do that. So I noticed that they were staying full way longer. The 10th thing that I want to talk about is extended breastfeeding. I don't know, man. Like, I am not with it. Like, I'm definitely not with extended breastfeeding after the age of 1. After the age of 1, I can't. Like, I can't see myself having my child latch onto me at the age of 2, 3, 4, even 5. I've seen children breastfeed up until the age of 5, and I'm like, Jesus, I can't do that. Like, my nipple, poor nipple. Like, I can't see myself doing that at all. And I could not breastfeed my son past 6 months because he started gnawing on it. So I was just like, Jesus, I can't do this. But I always dreamed and wished that I made it to 1 year. I never got that chance or that privilege, so I kind of wish I did that. But I cannot see myself breastfeeding past 1. I do commend the mothers that can do it, and I understand, you know, you're super moms by doing that. But at the same time, I don't knock anybody that can't breastfeed, and I don't knock anybody that can't breastfeed past a certain time. Last topic that I do want to talk about is electronics for kids. I am all for it. I'm sorry. If you're a busy mom, you're a stay-at-home mom, you're a, you know, working mom, working dad, stay-at-home dad, you need a peace of mind. Sometimes what helps with that peace of mind is having your child watch something from a phone, a TV, a computer, it don't matter. Like, that helps. My oldest, Hunter, is so smart, guys. He is so smart, and he's only 3. We felt that, though, the reason why he is that smart is because educational television provided him that ability to have that knowledge. Like, we taught him some stuff, but we didn't teach him enough, and we wasn't as dedicated because we were young parents to teach him. Plus, also, we were going through a lot of stuff, like with life and financially, going through a lot of stuff that we didn't give him that much attention for, like the knowledge part of life. So we talk to him like regular people. Another thing that I notice helps out your children to speak earlier and faster is to speak to them like adults. Like, I don't do baby talk. Him and I don't do baby talk. We don't do like, oh, look at you, don't put the... No, we don't do none of that. So I feel like that helped him too. But the main thing I think that helped Hunter to speak clearly and to know so much, and his vocabulary is crazy good, you know, is because of technology. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video through to the end. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much. If you guys have anything, you know, negative to say towards what I said, if you disagree, I'm definitely open. I'm all ears to hear you guys say it. And if you did agree with the stuff that I did have, I don't mind if you commented down below as well. Don't forget to follow don't forget to follow my social media down below, and I will see you guys in a later one. Bye.